A famous architect, Louis Kahn, said, even a brick wants to be more. And I think we can compare this to our coaching journey because all of our athletes had the desire to contribute to the team. Hey everybody, I'm Coach C of the Cheer Coach Standard. I provide transformational advisory for small gyms and local teams so that they can be outstanding. So at my progressive school, I'm able to teach English techniques through different forms, different platforms. So we are studying and dissecting empathy, apathy, and sympathy. My students are gaining comprehension of what it means to be a part of a community and the charges that we have for one another to be solid, to be great, to contribute, to grow, to learn, that type of stuff. Okay. Anyway, so that's the background. Today, when they walked into class, they were greeted with this bad boy. It doesn't take long for the students to say, why is there a brick in here? What does this brick have to do with what we're doing today? It's like Miss Frizzle, like, what are we doing today, girl? Same way I compare my students to this brick, I want to compare our athletes to this brick. It's obviously been used. It's a little worn, right? It has a little, cement dried up on there, right? And just because it's been used doesn't mean it's useless. And when I think of athletes and I think of this brick here, I think of the fact that they come to us all types of ways. Bright red bricks, brown bricks, small bricks, big bricks, right? They come to us just these big lumps of athlete, if you will. So what I did with my students, we looked at this one brick and we decided we don't really care about it. It's just a brick. Then we go outside where on our campus, there's a little pile of bricks, like kind of discarded bricks. And I'm like, hey, what about these bricks? Do we care about them? And they're like, not really. There's just more of the same bricks that we had upstairs. And then we turn around and we face the school building. And we say, what about those bricks? Do we care about those bricks? Now something goes off and they start to care. And like, even because I teach 11th grade. So even for the kids who are like, not really, I'm like, but don't you want them to do their job well so that they can stand and be safe for us? So we can all agree that this pile of bricks is more important than this pile. And the reason why I'd like to compare bricks to our athletes is because it is our job to let every single athlete know and help them understand that they are part of a bigger whole and that they are valuable. If a brick is missing out the side of a building, now we have a hole. That makes us vulnerable. That makes bugs and weather, all types of things can now get into our infrastructure, right? Every single brick is valuable. They stack on one another. And it's our job to build something with those bricks. And that can be challenging because sometimes you got a lot of disformed, rough edged bricks. And there's what do you do with it? Now that's our charge, to be creative and use our gifts, right? As coaches, are you a choreographer? Are you a tumbling coach? Are you strongest at stunting? Are you strongest at reinforcing facials? Are you a performance coach? We need more of those, the ones that travel and really show girls how to execute in a way that is attractive to the judges, like controlling their faces, their body language, that type of stuff. Who are you? And what are you going to do with these bricks? I think that if we spent a little bit more time analyzing our bricks and building the best structure that we can, our teams would come together stronger, faster, and we wouldn't have this vision of this huge building, right, with just 10 bricks, right? If we looked at the bricks and decided what to build versus having a vision for something and then trying to force the bricks in, it would work a little better for a lot of us. I recognize that when you're a small program, you have goals and dreams of grandeur, but the truth is, at the end of the day, you are given the bricks that you're given, and we have to build with what we have in front of us. So I just felt like that was too good not to share. My students really resonated with that because as we're studying Ujima, which means collective work and responsibility, I'm teaching them that my problems are your problems are my problems, and we can solve all of our problems by working together. And I think that that translates very effectively into cheer because the stunt doesn't go without the base, but there's no point in a strong base without a flyer. right? And the basis can be excellent, but without the leadership of the back spot and the guidance of the back spot to make the stunt do what it's supposed to do, what are we doing here, right? So we all support each other. We can't sub in and out. Like, let's put someone else in. It doesn't work like that for us. Every single person is valuable. Every single athlete is a brick. And as a coach, it is your charge to build. Now it's time for our spirit check. And I love this part because I get to bring the word of God and infuse it into the lesson. And today's spirit check comes from 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 10. And it says, each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace in various forms. This is beautiful because it not only identifies that all of our gifts are different, but it also reminds us that our talents and our gifts are God-given. That means, just like this brick, we are being charged to use what God has given us to serve others. I mean, if that's not coaching, I don't know what is, right? We're given talents, we're given gifts, we see them inside of ourselves, but we can't keep them in. There's something in us that says, I want to help someone else. So we go out and we serve. And like I say all the time, cheer is ministry. Coaching is ministry, right? As we have these pile of bricks in front of us, if you have 5 athletes, if you have 25 athletes, you have these bricks and it is your charge to build. If you love today's lesson, let me know about it. Meet me in the comments. If you have questions, of course, I'm here. As always, Coach C.